Hello, and thanks for having me today. My name's Jake Schuster, and we'll be talking about power profiling and enhancing sprinting mechanics for rugby sevens. I really enjoy and just a big fan of everything that the rugby strength coach community does, so I'm really honored to be here presenting to you guys today. Thanks for having me, and thanks to Kier. We'll be going over a sport, rugby sevens, obviously, in which sprinting is really at a premium and has been widely correlated with try scoring and other match activities by folks like Alex Ross. And we'll just be talking about how my research has kind of continued that work and a bit about sprinting mechanics themselves and the art of coaching sprinting. What we'll go over today in terms of the content of all that is a bit of background and context to myself and my research, horizontal force velocity power profiling. I'd like viewers to come away from today with a clear understanding of how to do the profiling themselves, hopefully. And then a bit about the skill acquisition and programming of sprinting, a bit of the coaching science as well. So before we begin, I just want to make sure to thank everyone who's helped me here. Obviously, the list is a little bit bigger than this, but this is kind of the core crew that has inspired me, guided me, taught me, and really contributed to everything that I've done. If one person on this list was missing, I wouldn't have been able to complete this research project or pick up the skills that I have. So I just want to make sure to express my gratitude here. So I was born in Boston, Massachusetts. I went to McDaniel College in Maryland to wrestle and play lacrosse. Did my master's at Loughborough University after completing a study abroad year in the Netherlands, where I interned with the Dutch Olympic Federation. I returned stateside to work under Eric Cressy with professional baseballers before heading back abroad to complete my most recent research project with New Zealand Sevens in the build-up to the Rio Olympics. Now I've moved on from there and have kind of done the consulting circuit a little bit, including some work over in Germany, and I'm currently back stateside for the time. My research project in New Zealand was basically the mission of making the sevens athletes faster for Rio. We wanted to ask and find out if technical improvements in sprinting proficiency could enhance match performance in elite women's rugby sevens, which was my study population. My ulterior motive was to look at skill-based S&C and really see if teaching sprinting mechanics could kind of show up on our testing measures. One caveat here for today, guys, is this will be the last time that you hear me mention New Zealand or New Zealand rugby, simply because of privacy and embargo laws. So you're gonna have to guess for yourself who the data that I show you is on, and who we implemented these programs with. But now you know who I've been working with, and I'll show you as much as I can today. So I stole this slide from Michael Johnston at UK Athletics. We often ask the question, what makes fast? And there's, it's so multifactorial. But today we'll just be talking about really the application of forces and the technical aspects. Here's a photo of one of my advisors on the project, JB Marin, testing France Sevens. And this is kind of what the force velocity testing setup can look like with the radar gun on the tripod and the laptop set up on a table. And then timing gates are often included as well, just as a superfluous bit to give instant feedback to the athletes and coaches. A bit of the basic physics behind force velocity power profiling. In the blue, we have our force, so this is our horizontal net ground reaction forces. In the top left is the peak force. That's our first step when technically we're not moving forward yet. And then at the bottom right, that's at maximum velocity, where we have neither acceleration nor deceleration, so there's technically zero net horizontal force. The maroon line is obviously velocity, self-explanatory, and then our red shows power output, where that peak happens around 3 to 8 steps. This chart is what made me first ask the question of what power really is and why we're even still using it as a term. Because I found when the coaches asked me, what does it mean for an athlete to get more powerful? And I couldn't really answer it. I really wondered, okay, power is force times velocity, but what does it really represent? And I'm not so sure it's a term that we should be using so often anymore.
Congratulations on making it to the end of the video. Why don't you celebrate by watching more videos just like it? You can also help us on our quest to placate the algorithm gods by liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. Thank you.